Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode. So it will be the first episode really because I want to explain the whole moving abroad process and why are we living abroad for now. My family and I, at some point in our life and career, we decided to come and live abroad. Both my husband and I, we are working professionals. We've been working for a while, and we have always been talking about our goals and our, where we want to end up being career-wise and in terms of qualifications. So it's no secret that we were settled, in our careers, in our roles, in our jobs, and we always longed or yearned to do more or obtain more qualifications. So in this case, both of us have been trying to apply in our home country in South Africa. We tried various universities, and it was just difficult, getting someone to supervise you or even being accepted in a program that you want. We tried for 3 consecutive years and we just could not settle. Got a feeling that, it's going to be very, very difficult to try and find someone who's going to supervise the researches of our interests. I did enroll for my master's already in vets, and I ended up doing only coursework because I was not willing to settle and just do research for the sake of it. I wanted to do something that I really want and something that is going to contribute to, just add value, something that I'm passionate about. So yeah, that's where I really got stuck for a while, because trying to move forward from there, it was really, really challenging. And yeah, on my husband's side, he wanted to move to another, in his career right now, he's not even working with something that he studied in his undergraduate degree. And that has been a challenge because somehow in our country, people believe, or there's this belief, not people believe, there's this belief that you should continue with what you started with at the beginning of your undergraduate degree. So that has been very challenging, and it has been very difficult for him to branch into what he really, really wants. And some of the feedbacks that he got was, but you don't have the undergrad degree in order for you to do, now be a master student and do research in what you want to do right now. Due to those challenges and our failed attempts, or should I rather not call them failed attempts, because I would just say we were not willing to settle for what we don't want. And the other thing is, we were not really gonna just do research for the sake of doing research. My husband came and said that, you know what, there's this program that I've been seeing and I've been eyeing for some time. One of the people that I know went on it, and so I've been waiting for it to open again, the opportunity to open again. It's a scholarship program, and so he explained that this program will see him coming to study in Japan. He then explained eventually, okay, I was waiting for this program to come open again. And as soon as it opened, I just could not wait, and I saw it. It was like something that he's been waiting for, and as soon as it opened, he just threw in his application, and he thought, I would only announce to my family should I make the cut. This sounds exciting, really. It does sound exciting, but it's scary at the same time. I won't lie that it's not scary. It was scary. For the first time I heard it, I thought, let's just wait for our feedback for some of our applications that we threw in again. Maybe we would be taken this time. So yeah, that did not happen. Fast forward, so he got through all the other process, the intake process, all the other phases. For us, for both of us, it was exciting, but for me, there was no decision at the time because, involving the kids, our children were not small, they were not babies. So we started having talks with our children and said, there's this opportunity that Daddy wants to follow, and this is what it entails. This is why he wants to do it, and it's one of his dream also to be abroad. And he explained also his side that, you know, he always wanted us as a family to experience life abroad. You know, there's so much more than South Africa. There's so much more than where we live, or more than where we are raised, and stuff like that. So the children were, to our surprise, our children are very adventurous. So it does kind of like make sense, because, you know, the youngest two were born and raised in Cape Town. So from Cape Town, we were always on flights, going up and down with them, moving all over the place. We lived with them in Mpumalanga, we lived in Limpopo, we lived in Gauteng with them. Even within the provinces, we would make moves. So for them, moving was not a new concept for the three of them. And they were really excited. Our children are, like I said, they are just like their father. They are full of adventure. They really have this adventurous spirits in them, and they are fearless. So that's what encouraged me. And I was like, as soon as we made that announcement, and they were like, yeah, we are coming with you, Daddy, we are coming with you. And now they started asking me, how about you, Mommy? And I was like, I hadn't really made a decision, because I really want to hear what you guys say. If any one of you says they are not comfortable going to live abroad, I'm willing to stay with you behind, and we can allow those who wanna go with Daddy to go. And they then kept on asking me as time went by, like, what do you really want? And I was honest with them that I want to support my husband. You know, I want to be there for him, but at the same time, I want to be there for them. So yeah, because I really don't want anybody to feel like, but I want to remain in South Africa, but I don't have any parent who can look after me. For me to make a decision to say I really want to go, also it was difficult, because I have this kind of, we've been moving a lot, you know, within our country, we've been moving a lot. We really never settled in one place. So at some point we need to just settle. So I felt like we had settled, because we just bought a house like 5 or 6 years ago. At the time we decided to move, and now we're like, so there's this thing that we need to think about. Yeah, so to cut the long story short, we all eventually decided to come and live in Japan, abroad, because one, it was a dream of ours to further our studies, acquire more skills, and then further our education in terms of doing research. So yeah, my husband got admitted to this scholarship program. He eventually chose his university, and he got accepted in the program that he wanted. And simultaneously, alongside his process, or parallel to his process, I was also doing my applications, even though I hadn't decided whether I'm coming or not. But I was just moving by faith, and like trusting God that, you know, if it's meant to be, it will be. So we ran those two parallel processes. He went through with his scholarship program, and I went through as a self-funding student, and go through with my application, and trusting that, you know, along the way I will find something that will also fund my studies, and so that we don't have any strains ahead as a family. Yeah, so that's how we ended up deciding to come to Japan. I would like to encourage you to please stay tuned and subscribe, and put on your notification button, so that whenever I load material, you can be notified that there's another episode. The next episode, I will be explaining about notifying maybe family or friends, and how did we navigate through the planning process, because it was quite long and it took us quite some time. Because you can imagine moving abroad when you are settled in your life, and your children are settled, and you have responsibilities, and you have a house, and you have cars, and you have everything that you need to get rid of. So I will take you guys through that. So stay tuned.